marching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They start on the ground here at Sanders. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Play action. Here's Hurts. Under pressure, they got him again. Tyson Alualu gets in there and drops him.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Now a first down carry for Harris. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
His size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there, back at the 39-yard line. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Well, you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello in a big way there, but lost double-digit yards on that sack.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Pickett will look to throw it here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Back to throw, Pickett. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Here's Aaron Siposs out now to punt on 4th down. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Pickett. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling it up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You're going to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. He's got room at the 30. Down the sideline he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Next to score, Steelers 7, Eagles nothing.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The Eagles at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And some room to maneuver. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Sanders fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
It'll be Hurts on the option. And he's in for this touchdown. Jalen Hurts, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Partner, wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and so these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Room here to run. And they will finally get to him, but a great return by Solomon. 1st and goal at the 5.
tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against him.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he was unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Eagles! Greg Calcaterra from 6 yards away. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Pulls it in at the 13. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Pickett sets up play action. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stretched the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Pickett. Flushed out right. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And that's a tough one for the defense because the coverage was good downfield. He was forced to work his way out of the pocket to his right, spotted his man on the sideline, and got it to him to pick up the first down on 3rd down.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here's another carry for Harris. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here we go.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
And he stopped immediately there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. This defense against the run battle, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Touchdown! Najee Harris as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. So problems there on the return, very costly, not what you need when you've just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he'll be out right at the 35. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Here's Hurts to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They'll throw now on the final play. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the lock? Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Darius Slay with a pick. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, He wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Devin Bush sprinting behind the line to track down the ball carrier. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. Now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run again with Harris. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. So he lost on the play. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one.
And he's going to go down again. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The passing game been scuffling a bit today, and that was the latest example. He wasn't getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Third and long for Pickett. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the 1st half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now a toss play. It's Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
23 yards, the final tally.
18 rattle.
Hurts sets up to throw it. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
18.
Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big
touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 30 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so then they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Open man here is Gentry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 13 yards.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. They find some open field here. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get-it-in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on second down. Pickett. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
Right back to Sanders on first down. Down to the 41.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. On first down, Hurts. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
92 yards on the ground now for Sanders. He's got a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Meanwhile, Pickett's throw there hauled in by Claypool. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Pickett. He's got Pickens complete. Now he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got it up 5. 4th down. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do, and think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. That's to Freiermuth. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Pickett to throw. Pass complete to Harris. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Looking to throw here, Pickett. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape over the passing line?
Yes, this is exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Pickett. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense got pressured all the time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Now Pickett on 4th down. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Pickett to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And a great game comes down to this. Time for 1 play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
And it's caught. What a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know it's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birth most of the chains in the game?